Hey, what up? Daktari, a quick one. Yet another episode of Daktari, a quick one. Na leo inaenda kuwa moto sana because today we are talking about something very, very sensitive, something that all of you can relate, and this is L-O-V-E, love, mapenzi. Yeah, believe it or not, doctors pia who fall in love, medics pia who fall in love. And from my interaction with you guys, nimeona kuna venye mnasema don't date doctors, don't date medics, wataku heartbreak ni nini. But here we are. We want to find out why, how, where, when. Yeah, so my guest today, most amazing co-host, Leez is there. Tuko na Vivian, Nas Pro Max, and we have Dr. Muriuki who is still on the way, but he'll be with us. Tunaongelea real things. Setup ndio hapa, moto kabisa, live on TikTok kama K. Designs, ukiona hapa hii studio inakaa fiti hivi, designs by co-host herself, Lazy. Na pale ukiona hii art is by Levi, looking amazing. So kaa nasi, twende kazi. Like, comment, share kama K, and let's see how it goes. Adios, stay tuned. Fry.
Welcome guys to another episode of Daktari, a quick one. Today we have some beautiful guests here with us today, and of course my co-host. So we will start with our guests.
Wait. Do you mean I'm not beautiful? What do you mean beautiful guest and then a co-host?
You're not the guest.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll hand it over to you. Mm-hmm. Please introduce yourselves.
So my name is Vivian. Mm-hmm. I am a nurse. Mm-hmm. And I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. So, and I hope also the audience enjoys. So,
Karibu.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So my name is Eugene. Just came in late from work. Just in time to join you guys. Mm-hmm. I hope to hear some amazing ideas and whatnot, web business. Yeah. Eugene is coming.
Third is coming. You've brought in Feb.
Yeah. Valentines is coming.
Where is your boyfriend?
Lonely. And then we have...
we have me, of course. Nyadimu himself.
Yes, welcome guys. So, let's talk about...
What's your name?
And I'm Liz.
Lizzie.
Liz with a double E, guys. Liz with a double E. I am the co-host of this amazing show and also a medic. So today we're just going to be talking about love in our
environment.
Yes.
In our setup.
Mm-hmm. It's hectic. So, yeah.
And these guys are very carefully selected.
Yeah,
very carefully selected. You guys will find out why as we go along.
Oh yeah.
These guys are very carefully selected. So I think it's going to be a very well balanced show. Yeah, we're going to get views because there's an episode we did, the last episode, and we mentioned something about relationships. Yeah, and we put it on TikTok banner. People hate us.
Why? Apparently we are the red flags.
Who? Sisi.
All of us.
It's true. Me, I've heard that personally.
Where is it?
Yeah.
That we are red flags.
Yeah.
Because unajua, someone else that is outside what we do, they will not understand us. You see, we utaenda shift, ukiingia shift 7 a.m., you go to work, jioni ifike, you have to extend your shift or something, ufike home 2 a.m., who will understand that? Yes, umetoka wapi at 2 a.m.
Do you think that's the only thing that makes us red flags? Only working late?
It's not the only thing.
That's a major thing.
I feel like medics are emotionally unavailable. That's the main thing. Yes, I feel like they are so caught up in their careers, they don't have time for their loved ones. Like emotionally, they're just numb.
It's not even time. I feel like it's the energy.
It's the energy.
Yani una hiyo nguvu ya ku make the extra. Yeah. Okay. Could go the extra mile.
Which one do you agree? Is it the time or is it just tuliumbwa hivyo? Doc is suggesting that when God was making medics, ile emotion availability aliweka picha. So.
Yeah.
Well, it depends with where you sit, where you look at it from. So if you ask me, probably I relate with all the difficult, like she's just mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm from work right now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So maybe I would have gone to sleep
Yeah.
instead of spending time with, my partner and stuff.
Because you're
Yeah.
tired
But because she's a medic,
as well.
she have had a rough day.
I understand.
Yeah. So, but for the outsider, it's a bit tough because you just like now my parents can't figure out why is this guy always at work. You have an emergency. You can't come pass by home. So all these things depend on where you sit. Like if you're a medic, you're more likely to reason with your medic partner.
To understand.
Yeah.
Because on the post we put on App Material, people are saying, most of the comments were that, medics tuachiane wao wenyewe kwa wenyewe. Like those people, they deserve each other.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good debate. But maybe we can use examples, live examples.
Live examples. Have you dated a non-medic?
A non-medic. When I was a non-medic.
When
Yes.
you were a non-medic. You dated a medic.
Yes, I have. When I was a non-medic, I did. I mean, it worked, but actually, that's a very good question. Because I noticed the moment I became a medic, just got into med school, now things started changing. Like, you're with someone, and then all of a sudden, you have to disappear for 20 hours, 24 hours. And just like that, you drift apart. Actually, I have a very good example. We just drifted apart like this. So I'm more in class, she's more outside. And just like that, it was gone. So we just had to agree, you know what? Stay in class, let me stay outside.
Wow.
It happens. I think it happens many times.
Yeah.
So even med school.
Even med school. Okay, even med school, but I think med school, since most medics in med school, students, interact with classmates and stuff.
Fellow medics.
Maybe that way you can actually talk to Sarah throughout this 5 years, 6 years. But with an non-medic, get stuff.
Yeah.
With live examples. I'm sure I have a few examples.
I have a few. Please, do you have any?
Get stuff.
Have you been with them?
I've not been with a non-medic. Like a serious relationship. Nope.
Me, I have.
And how is that going? Yeah.
Tell us.
I have.
Uh,
It was good. It was good, but it was when nikiwa shule sasa. When I was back in school. I wasn't really so much stressed about it, but whatever made us drift apart has nothing to do with medicine. But now as I'm working, when I became a medic now, I did date someone. No, a medic. Actually, I've never dated now.
A non-medic.
Yeah,
Oh,
after
wow.
school.
You tell us.
Yeah, actually, you should
Yeah.
tell us.
And I agree with what Doc says about, distance just making you drift apart. I had, right now looking back at it, this is back in, was it 2020, around 20, during COVID. Yes, during COVID time. That's the time I was going for my internship. Now, that time, I had been looking back, I'm like, wow, 3 years is a long time. I had been in a relationship for 3+ years. Then I went for internship. Oh my God. She's an non-medic. We've been okay because the distance wasn't so bad. But then now I was in a faraway land. And
Out of sight.
Yeah.
sight.
Yeah.
And now it's internship. Internship is crazy. And this girl calls you, and you even pick. I used to pick while I'm running around with the lab work, even video calls. But then she's still like, hey, you're not giving me attention. You're cheating.
Hey, internship is intense.
Yeah.
Internship is intense.
I think if it was a medic, they would understand what I mean by internship.
Yeah.
Because they've been there.
Do you think dating in internship should be a point of consideration? Because no, just genuinely, a lot of people are experimenting. They're trying to figure out their careers, themselves. It's like a midlife crisis as is. Would you advise people to commit into serious relationships in internship?
I think, yeah, let's start with me. So I think it depends on who you are. Yeah. And if you are ready for that. Commitment it's a big thing. It's not It's not something small. And with internship, it's usually busy, and the doctors do 36-hour shifts. You go sleep for 12 hours, then you come back. It's a choice. If you are able to mix that and survive, good for
Well and
you.
good. Okay.
Good for
Where
you.
did you
Good answer.
train as a student nurse?
I trained in Daystar University.
Oh, you were in days.
Yeah, I
How
have a
was-
BSc in nursing.
So you didn't have intern doctors.
No, we didn't have intern doctors. But when I went for internship, Sasa,
What do you mean
I
with
started
internships?
interacting.
What about you, Eugene?
Well, okay, one thing about me, for some reason I like using artifact like examples. I like giving examples.
Like real-time example.
Yes. And I like the answer she gave, Vivian, that is. She said it's a choice. Like amongst all the explanations, she said it's a choice, boils down to a choice. So there are two people here. Let me give an example. Okay, myself, if you want to know about, because I know you want to ask about me, yes?
Yes.
I have someone.
Yes.
But two examples here. So, for some reason, for many reasons, people are different, of course, in terms of emotional stability.
You're right.
For example, people who come from big families, many siblings, what will always have this emotional stability. People who come from single, maybe single mom, single dad families, don't have. So you'll find people like that can survive because the social batteries, the social input is constant. Your bro is calling you, your sister's calling you, your bro is checking you out, your bro is checking you out, you see? People from single families, for example, it's just them and the world and the parents. Get someone in internship, they just want to do their own things, maybe get drowned in something, God forbid, So there's that number one. So people, let's say, who come from the big families, maybe have siblings and all that, might get away with being single, for example, easily. It doesn't make any sense for them. People who come from otherwise, smaller families or born alone or only children and stuff. I know there are many of you out there. So those kinds of people are likely to suffer from a lot of emotional stress. As a former medical intern, I know that you can't have like a 24-hour shift, for example, back to back, and maybe not break at some point. So those guys who are kind of coupled up or paired up, if you look closely, those paired up couples from a long time ago tend to get things are easier for them. At the end of the day, they'd be like, hey, today someone shouted at me. Hey, today this patient did
Someone
this.
to tell.
Yeah, someone to tell. If they're stuck emotionally, financially, it's easier for them.
They
So
support.
dating becomes an asset, a plus. Now, those people who, now those ones who have the social support and still want to date, maybe it should be a plus for them. They can or cannot. People are different, but for me, the dating thing during internship was a plus.
So you were dating during internship?
Yes. I had someone to check on me. A few times I have literally zoned out on my couch without maybe taking supper and stuff. And someone to wake me up and ask me, what's going on, man?
I remember in the last episode we mentioned something like that. We said we were talking about mental health basically, and we said that we might be blaming. It was this time when interns were committing, suicide and all that.
Yeah.
And we were just saying we might just be saying it's about money, but exhaustion, being lonely, contribute because. Kuitwa babe,
It's not about money.
Kuitwa babe can cure mental health.
Absolutely. It's funny how actually. Okay, I know it should not be good to mention names, but I have interacted with a colleague who committed suicide a few weeks later.
After you interacted with him?
Yes. And this guy, it was a social gathering, and he was very jovial. He was taking selfies. He was making jokes, But this guy was found in the house. Maybe those in the story might remember. After days of dying, and his body had decomposed.
Inside the house?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a doctor. I think fell out the cheek or something. So I'm sure the lady must have felt a lot of guilt.
Yeah.
Knowing that. So this small, simple gesture of a girl checking out on a boy, a guy, checking out on a girl can be life changing sometimes. Because this guy after internship, money goes away. There's no salo, okay. There's no chick. She left. There's no food. There's no job. It can be really bad. So, however you want to look at it, there's a lot of inputs. There's a lot of positivity in the dating thing. Yeah. Can also be bad. You can also argue the other way out. But I have very many examples of where it's come in handy to preserve life or growth or business.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So internship I
you
encourage.
know what Doc is talking about is a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Vivian, I don't think-
Yeah.
No,
Unhealthy.
Yeah, I think you've not been in a healthy relationship.
I've not been in a healthy
Like a relationship. You know, this
Or in
not
a
that
healthy-
it's
Yeah, like,
ideal.
Yeah. Like me, I would like that relationship with a medic, of course.
Why though?
Someone who would understand me. Unajua, when I come from the hospital, I've been interacting with patients all day. I've been talking all day. I've been walking around all day. I've been standing all day after a 12-hour
smiling
shift.
all day.
Yes, imagine.
yes.
You know,
I've
you
been
have to
smiling
smile.
all day. I've been playing nice.
Yeah, you have to play nice.
I've been
pissed.
Yeah,
You
you're
have to smile.
pissed, but gosh, you attack.
You still have to maintain your
Yeah.
Composure.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You have to do that. So when you go home, you just want to relax. You want somewhere quiet. You take a shower. You eat. You don't need someone to be
Yeah.
to be
Nipikie.
ati
Yeah.
nipikie. What are
Kidogo
you talking
kwanza.
Yeah.
about? Ati so many keep when I get now my off day in the middle of the week, that's when I can do all of those things. Me, I would like someone who would understand me in that aspect.
Or someone with a similar meaning shit.
Yeah.
But you don't think it's monotonous
To do what?
at some point?
How?
You guys will keep talking about the same stuff.
Medicine.
Medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens then? How do you keep the love? Yeah. How do you add some chili to it? How do you go? What do you do
I
then?
don't know about the monotony because by the fact that you're talking about medicine, does it mean you can't talk about other things?
No, I kind of feel like most of your things will be around all the things you have in common. So it's like if you guys are together for such a long time, what else would you talk about? Now, if you have a medic who is, diverting into, let's say, tech, diverting into research, you guys have more to talk about. And we're not going to lie, relationships have cycles of excitement and then just that plateau. Yeah. So, I mean, I would
It's a
say,
serious relationship. Some of us don't last more than 3 months.
Same, actually. Me,
For
I
real?
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Me,
And you?
I can't tolerate.
I can't relate with
me
you,
too, I
man.
can't relate with 3 months.
You
Yeah.
can't relate to 3 months.
Yeah, no, I can't.
At this after.
How?
You know, what I've seen in my pattern, for example, is that relationships hit up very psyched. Mnaanzanga hapa. Oh my God. Mnaanzanga hapa. Then pam, pam, pam. And it's usually 3 months. 3-4 months at the dot.
So have you tried to study what all these relationships have in common apart from
Yeah.
you?
Maybe it's you. For real. But then maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. Yeah, because
Have you experienced what's the longest relationship you've been?
I've been in a relationship for 2 years.
2 years.
And I broke up with that person because our journeys were not aligning.
They were
Okay.
non-medics.
Yes, it was a
So do you
non-medic.
feel that if they were medics, you'd have...
Yeah, because I really liked this person. Yeah, and
Person, I hope you're watching. You better.
and breaking up with that person, it made me so sad. I
Yeah.
used to cry.
Yeah.
I used to cry because why? I'm like, I've broken my own heart.
Yeah. But
You're the
it's not a bad
you're the one
thing.
who decided to end it.
Yeah, because now
Distracted.
hakuna mahali tunaenda.
But what do you
see?
mean that hakuna mahali mnaenda? Well, you're a nurse. Let's assume this guy is a banker. I mean, is it like when you say
Like now
mahali
at that
mnaenda,
time, that's what it looked like. And even now when I look at that person,
It's
I
still
made the
like-
right choice.
Oh.
Yes, I did make the right
Looking
choice.
back.
Yes.
because, there's something
Hey,
about
that person might have logged us. The person might have logged us.
There's something Doc mentioned about supporting each other.
Yeah.
In terms of academic growth, in terms of maybe businesses and investments.
Yeah, that's
You don't
exactly
think
what I
that
mean.
would have happened with a non-medic?
That's actually what the main issue was, because I will bring up these topics. I'm so big on business. I'm so big on just self-growth, peace, and all that. And then when I try to suggest to someone this, and you're like, no, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter. That's a waste of time. You know, when someone tells you this and you feel like this will really benefit
If
me.
you're feeling
Yeah.
it.
You're really feeling it. No, I'm skizani.
Someone is maybe not a risk taker. You know, I think as medics, we tend to take more risk. We have that room of taking risks.
But
Maybe other people do not.
we don't manage finances well.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
we don't. As a matter of fact, let's not lie. We are the worst people to manage finances.
Na venye mimi namaliza zangu vizuri.
Like I feel like ukikuwa na budget,
Yeah.
you can manage it well.
So you asked her what was her longest.
She said 2 years.
Yeah, and then you're talking about 3 months.
What about you?
Before you mine.
Yeah.
The figure. Let me just
The
say.
number.
You can just give above
Yeah, let me
X
say.
years.
But you
Let me
see,
say.
I think it's very long for them.
Let him say. Let him say. As we
it's
want to
really
know.
long, because it's more than half a decade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he said internship. he
Have
was
you
there.
married
serious.
this person?
I'm serious.
You've married this person.
I'll answer that at the very end.
We are coming to that. We are coming to that because
Okay.
dating and marriage,
They're two different
So
things.
let me add something from what you said. You say, I don't know why. Okay, these things are very elusive. I can be saying them, but maybe also implementing is a bit hard. But I have noticed when two people meet, whether medics, whether non-medics, the very first meetup, the very first point, you pick that guy, that 2 year, Mr. 2 years, who's watching.
It's the 2 years.
You see, the first thing that attracted the guy to you and what caught your eyes on him, that is what usually matters for like to determine how long will you guys go. Okay, if you ask me, how long will you guys go? How far will you guys go? Because you notice, if you compare, let me compare with Kitambo, the olden days.
Back in the days.
Back in the days.
Back in the days of matchmaking.
Yeah, those days you were given someone. This will be your wife. You'll be you'll be her husband. So the purpose was to make a family, procreate, move on. That was the purpose. So it was a strong thing. Nowadays, when people meet, you can be saying, this chile looks nice, man. Kuna vya na kafiti. What's that? Whatever na.
Yeah.
That kukafiti doesn't last long. It is
It
what
lasts.
you're talking about, 3 months.
Yes, it's last.
It goes away. If you meet this chiloko, like, hey, Udem, she looks very industrious, and she looks like someone who can do business, who can be a good wife. That one is likely to last. Because those things don't fade. Wait, no, those things don't fade.
Those things don't fade.
If your foundations and like things which cannot change with the age, the time, like when she grows, let's say 20 years later, but on the Vivian, same ideals, same mind, which are back in her head. But if you look at them nice, whatever, those things, man, these are the 3 months. What you've been going for.
I don't know. Actually, one of the relationships I've been in, I went for this chick and I wanted to date her purely because of her business mind. 100%.
Then what
Okay,
happened?
and then what happens?
100% business
Then
mind.
what happens?
And we started, and it was amazing. Businesses, investments,
Biashara.
I was very poor at financial management.
Oh, okay.
But she was very good at it.
Kuuza mashamba kamuli.
Kaploti hapa tushike, sijui like she gives you that, and then hadi inakupea an app
Breakdown.
where you can make your budget and all that. It was very good. But 3 months was still just 3 months.
No, what happened is the question.
No.
What happened? You are missing the
Unless-
tea.
Okay, don't even tell us exactly what happened. Tell
happened?
us,
Yeah.
did the business mind change?
She's still very good.
So
Tick.
what changed in you now? Because now it's not her.
It's not
about
her,
you.
it's you.
But I too had the businessman. I mean, we actually were in a social gathering, and I happened to mention a business, and she liked it, and that's how it started. And so that's what clicked. But then
So what was the
it
deal
couldn't
breaker?
hold us together. Even
What was the
I
deal
feel like-
breaker?
I feel like
Those
you guys
investments.
didn't take time at the start. You need to take
True that.
time at the start. 3 months is too.
90 days, but-
Yeah, 90 days.
That's
3 months is too little.
let's not even get there.
Because in my
Listen, we don't judge.
in our minds we know what
21,
happened.
60 hours.
In your mind,
In our minds we know what happened. Ndio maana wali break up. Unaona?
Yeah.
Vitu zikakuwa moto haraka.
Yeah.
But I'm
Nah.
just saying,
Ikaisha tu
what
haraka
Doc is
hivyo.
saying, for a relation to last,
Foundation.
it's multifactorial.
True that.
Without lust, LUST.
Without last.
You see now last can't work.
Lust won't last.
Ah.
Hey,
Exactly.
drop it.
Last
True
won't
that.
last.
Not like,
Oh, drop mic.
True that.
yeah, we used to have a pastor in high school who used to, every time, last of the flesh.
It will not last.
Last of the flesh. It won't last.
Yeah.
One thing though, okay?
But
Just
it's
to add-
important.
No. Just
to
take
add-
your time.
Just
Take
to
your
add,
time.
you notice people who you're likely to stay longer with, because me, I just know long term. You notice they are always assets. They always add to your cup. They're always adding to your.
Their pluses. Yeah.
Ukipata msee bana, they're always draining you.
Mm.
Something is up.
And that's speaking of
Can't work.
yeah, speaking of
Whether emotions or
of
money.
non-medic. Doc, you said you've never dated a non-medic, but you're dating a medic, and it's long term.
Long term.
Similar to Doc, is it more than? You said more than a decade,
It's been a while, man.
more than a
Half,
10 years.
I said half a day.
Oh, that's a 5 years.
Okay.
0.5.
Still a lot.
You know when you say I have 0.5 million.
That's a whole time ya Ruto man ambaye not likely kumaliza.
Yeah, that's long. That's actually long because some of us have never gotten there. How long is yours?
More than a decade.
More than
10
more
years.
than a
Yeah,
decade.
That's a
more than a
marriage.
decade.
That's a marriage.
5 years is not a marriage.
And then okay.
Oh, and then
Sitaki tusiende deep hivyo
ask,
like in
let's-
this thing. So like
So it's a medic,
yes.
and it's been more than 10 years. Medic, 5 years, going strong. Non-medic, hey, the less said about it, the better.
But I do think non-medic relationships last. I
Mine
know for
haven't.
people
if you
who,
find an understanding person, if that person is even genuine, atakuunderstand.
For me, I've
na
dated
needs
a
zako
couple
zote.
of non-medics. Dated
A couple.
a couple.
Yeah.
And I have
Yeah.
tried to date non-medics. And oh, maze, hakuna. It's not there.
what do you think non-medics are asking for that we can't give as medics?
First of all, for me, with my experience, I think it's me who is asking for things that they can't give.
Which is
First of all, and this is not to sound like audacious or anything, but sometimes the level of thinking is,
Kidogo.
yeah, kidogo.
Inakuanga chini.
Even
me have noticed.
That's a very
Even me
tricky
have
statement
noticed.
to make.
It's not tricky.
Can you give some evidence?
Well, I can. This is personal data. You know?
That's your opinion.
This is my personal experience.
Yeah, okay.
Because, these are people where you try, because for me, I always have a taste for women when I'm trying to approach them. And it's just.
You have a taste for women.
he's a sapiosexual.
A test. Like a
Yes.
taste.
Oh, a taste or a test?
Like
test.
Oh,
uko na
okay.
mtihani.
Some litmus test.
Oh,
Yoba-
litmus paper.
exam.
Okay.
And it's a very simple one. You just throw in a very hard joke. A
Wow.
joke.
So you stay testing women that you want to
Yeah.
to
You throw in a
You see,
joke.
this is why it's not
If she
moving
doesn't
past
get
90
it,
days.
If she doesn't get the joke, we are.
Really?
Upper.
Look. Okay.
Really? Jokes? Not everyone.
Jokes
You can
are-
find someone not in a good mood.
Yeah, man.
Then what do you have to say about that
Yeah.
in your
You
defense?
can just find someone.
It's
Wait,
probably
so-
not the one joke, but it's a series. You
A
make.
series of intellectual jokes.
Yes, you see if this person has a sense of humor, because I believe having a sense of humor is a sign of intelligence. Yeah. So you really don't want to start engaging seriously with a person mwenye ushaonea uko 18. Ai, hapa hakuna. Unaona? Yeah. And then the ones that I have said, kaenda, let's try it. At the end of the day, they don't work because you try conversations, they are not there. The thing you mentioned about investments, you pitch what in your mind you think is very good. And as medics, we tend to think around things. Before you propose something, it's run through your brain a bit because we are conditioned to make such decisions. Yeah? It's run through your mind. You've seen all the possible, the impossible. So you pitch it to someone, na haioni tu. They don't get it. And what you said, you might say it's because that you're not seeing your knees going alive. I think it boils down to how this person thinks.
I just think the lack of nurturing a relationship is what the problem is. Because you have this law of attraction to say, if this person doesn't think in a way that I want them to think, based on being around me, they will catch on everything I'm doing, whether it's what I watch, whether it's my interests. And so eventually it's like a student who doesn't perform so well in class, and then they hang out with you and you're the top performer. Eventually they just keep going up the ranks.
Or you perform worse.
Oh, no, yeah, and then they do better than you. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. The lack of nurturing that relationship to really get a person to do things that work in a way both
So
for you.
Let me ask you this. You
Yeah.
and you two. Do you agree with that?
Okay, let me answer.
Nurturing.
So the question was, what do you think is a major challenge for medic, non-medic relationships, right? The major challenge. You said thinking. You said lack of nurture. Vivian didn't answer?
Vivian said,
Not yet. She didn't answer.
They're not business minded and not aligned.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
The journey is not the
The
same.
journey is
Maybe I
not-
can add. Okay, so all these are valid points, of course. But what I think is, okay, the intellectual bit maybe is a bit might make people feel less about themselves. I don't really think whether someone is a medic or non-medic. I mean, like the intelligence level. Okay, I don't believe there's a difference, honestly. Just a course anyway. Yeah, but I think you can make it work. But just to answer your question, the major challenges, I think time, just like you said in the beginning, time is a major challenge because someone who works at a bank from 8 to 5 will find it very hard to see why I'm working 8 to 8 and I'm going back to do emergency surgeries at night. They won't understand it. They won't understand that I have to resuscitate a patient cycle after cycle for 2 hours after work. They won't. So that might be a major challenge. Okay.
You were supposed to leave work at 7, though. Why are you not at home?
So I think time is a major challenge. The other thing I can quote from what I hear mostly is there's this stereotype that doctors, okay, this mostly from the ladies, male doctors,
Famous.
They're likely to be players. They have a lot
Aren't
available. They're not players. Doctors are not players. They're not players.
You don't think doctors are too?
If someone had a doc here talk the way he talks, they'll probably think this guy, 3 months looking for intellectual jokes, he's a player.
Yeah, that's true.
Orange flag.
But he hasn't gotten his level yet. Okay? So, but again, to back your point, with the right nurture, it can work. But time, I think is number one. Time,
Yeah,
the
time
complex,
time is big, and you need somebody who understands your schedule.
Yeah. True.
Because night shifts, Vivian, you'll be told to do nights, 4 nights in a row. You're not home.
Exactly.
And I go 8 to 5.
Nitamwambia niko wapi.
Sasa
So,
mkutani.
yeah, that's a big one.
That's a whole week that you get.
Ama someone calls you 3 times, like today, miss the shikasi. Been calling you the whole day. You're with someone, you must be somewhere.
Yeah,
Where are
must
you?
be the one.
Such things can't work. Yeah.
But some people use that as an excuse to be with someone else. That's the punchline.
What do you mean?
Now, this boils down to who did you choose as a partner?
So that's individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You choose a liar.
So subjective.
Yeah. But let me ask you, you mentioned nurturing, and let me ask you, Doc, you enough. 5
More
years
than
strong.
5.
5-star, commander.
5-star.
Ish.
Do you think if this very same person, everything same, you said she's a medic,
Yes.
doctor, nurse,
Doctor.
if you think if she was a different, first of all, let's start. If she was a nurse,
Yes.
would it be there?
Yes. Oh, sorry. I've seen doctors and nurses work out pretty well, but anyway, go on, doc.
Maybe I would have liked to hear Vivian talk about if
Okay, let's start
And
with
then
Vivian.
I can-
Vivian, if you're 2 years,
can add.
if you're 2 years, is that now strong? Am I 2
It's
years old?
strong.
Yeah,
strong.
yeah.
But you know,
it's very
in 2 years, the last year is just the whole year is breaking up.
Yeah.
You break up for 1 year of
Yeah,
dating.
that's still
and 1
the
year of
journey.
breaking up.
It's the journey of
It's still the
healing.
journey.
So, do you think if it were a medic, it would have worked out?
I don't know. Your time I was still a student. Right now, because I'm now in the field, it is so much harder to date. Because I feel like no one understands me. The people that have approached me for courting and dating, the same thing yenye Liz was saying about it was you, the mental capacity. Atuelewani. You see me, my brain is always working, so I need to find a. You see the creative thinking within minutes. When I miss something within a minute, I need to have a solution. You
Yeah.
see now, sasa utapata mtu ana hiyo that fastness, that creative thinking. You feel like what? This guy will just bring me down.
Eish.
Umeambiwa nyinyi ni waslow. So, let's take a short break and then we come back. Doc, you're taking that question. So, Vivian amesema, welcome back. Oh, sorry for not welcoming you back. Welcome back. Daktari ya quick one. Today tunaongelea about lovey-dovey's and dating, and marriage is coming along very soon. So,
Very important.
yeah, so Vivian has said that there is she feels that there's an intellectual gap, or in terms of making decisions, that non-medics can go about it slower. And we were with the last episode, we were with Dr. the laparoscopic surgeon. Go watch it, it's right there.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was saying, we were talking about what makes you. Is it your career that shapes how you eventually become, or are you already in a particular way, and then what you're doing shapes you? Because we could be both of us maybe in high school, we're friends and all, or we're dating, but then I take this path, and now I'm in medicine, and Vivian used to work in emergency. In emergency, you have to be like this every time. So, it makes you start thinking faster. So that translates from work to outside. Yeah. So that makes you think other people are relatively slow. They're not making. This person is just okay, but because of what you've been exposed to, you will know ni kama huyu kuna venye ayuko masa. Doc, you don't agree with that?
Wait, summarizing online. Okay, I don't agree with her.
You don't agree with this gap in level of
the intellectual thing.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. This is how I see it. Okay. I don't want to take any credit from doctors, but medical school is tough, nursing school is tough.
Yeah.
Fine, you guys have some brains, some neurons, like in here, most people who don't do medicine here, they have good brains.
Yeah.
Reasoning is good. Okay. Again, there are doctors who maybe they are not that good, like in bado, they've done medicine. This thing, when you ukisoma mara mingi, utashika job. Okay. So,
it's not special.
Okay, yeah. But I think everyone has a test, just like you said. And most medics will want to feel that intellectual touch to their convos. I think the ones, like my friends, will not like people who are slow. Like Vivian doesn't like guys who are slow. Guys, remember?
I don't think there are many girls who like guys that are slow.
Yeah. So I think it's just a matter of environment, your friends and stuff. So everyone is very fast. Okay, I also appreciate girls who are very fast, of course, thinking and stuff, ideas.
Yeah.
Personally, Mimi and my significant other, like for a long time, I didn't get a lot of challenge from like the other gender in terms of when I'm umefanya X and not Y until I met her. Yeah, she can.
Yes.
Yes. She makes me stop and think.
100%.
Yeah. Why did you put this as red and not white? I'm like, but yes.
Exactly. Why?
That patient, did you give that patient this medication or that, and why? People who make you stop and think. Okay, I appreciate that, but I'm lucky to have that. But now, other people might not want that. There are those men who don't want to be challenged, maybe. But I think most medics, when they find that someone is too, for lack of a better word, gullible, maybe they don't see things through things, They don't read intellectual jokes like Doc wants. They will be disinterested. Yeah. So maybe you can, if someone wants to date an medic and they're an medic, and the medic thinks they are a bit slow, they can try to read and see what this person likes. They should maybe read more intellectual jokes for Daktari. But you know,
I do have a
Perspective.
question though. Have you ever experienced a heartbreak in the middle of a shift? That text message that.
my lord,
And how has it been like
my lord, is it for me or for you?
for everyone
Nope.
sitting here today?
I haven't.
Ha!
I'm the one who leaves.
And you? That message
Ndio
that
wanawachana.
The internet. By the, I think on the intellectual part, because I can always see a breakup coming from yesterday.
Yes.
I'm not going to sit there and wait for you to break.
that's an ego problem.
But will you?
Yeah.
You'll wait until
No,
they
I
have
mean,
broken?
I wouldn't want to be the one to break up with the person. I'd want to see it through to the very last hair strand, and then say, okay, fine, you know what, I've given it my best. So either you're giving it your best or you're not giving it at all.
No,
Like,
sometimes you're just not feeling it.
and so what you do, you just be like, hey, you know what, I'm not feeling it. So I think,
No, it's better to tell the person in person. Like
Yes.
the text
Wow.
message is so bad.
Just ghost.
Text message.
Just disappear.
I think,
I saw a joke at it's a toxic relationship and you are the toxic one. And I'll be the toxic one. But anyway, you two, I have a question for you. You guys, I want you to answer. You threw it to Vivian. If you threw it to Vivian.
yes,
Okay,
you
Lance,
did.
Lance.
Yeah, no, it's
Lance.
coming back.
That's okay.
If your significant other of 5 years strong was a non-medic, would we be 5 years strong?
That's a very interesting question.
Yeah. Just think about it.
Yes and no.
Angalia tu huyu jamaa.
And this is why. Yes and no, and this is why. Let me start with the no, the yes.
Start with the either.
Either, yeah, it's not even.
Okay, let me start with the no. Okay, the yes maybe. Yes, if they were a non-medic, we would still be 5 years strong. Yes, because one.
8 to 5%.
Yes, 8 to 5%. Because one, everyone has a threshold, by the way. Every man, every lady has a threshold. That the things you want to see in a woman or in a man to be with them. Bottom line. Kama kuna zingine,
minimum.
well and good. If he has a V8, sawa, but at least kama kuna good manners, like the basic minimum. So I have mine, and until someone meets my basic threshold, I can't move on to the part of where I bring my feelings to the table. I can't pass that. J picture happen. So
you won't invest your feelings where you know they won't
yes,
go anywhere.
my threshold is not yet met. My minimum threshold, which I won't mention here, but it happens that period it takes to meet my minimum, to check whether someone has my minimum threshold takes some time. Usually like some time. So by that time ushajua. So I said yes because I am sure that non-medic would have met my thresholds, and usually I am geared towards making things work because I believe there is essentially no difference between people, between Vivian and
Liz.
Liz. I don't think there's much difference between them, honestly, if you ask me.
In terms
The
of
things
their
that matter,
career or in terms
like
of things
having a partner in your life, I don't really think in the long term there's much difference between people. That's what I think. I think you can make it work with anyone. That's what I think.
Wow.
And that's why I think in the old times, the arranged marriages used to work. That's what I believe. If you meet someone blindly and you make it your goal to like them and stay with them, you will, trust me. So I think it should have worked because of those two reasons. And no, because of the following reason. So you asked whether me and Anandi could work 5 years. So I said the yes, I answered the yes part. Now the no part is because of the following reasons. One, what I mentioned before, the time aspect is really big. Today, I've not picked so many phone calls. From people.
different people.
And if she's part of the many callers, okay, let me give an example. So if I have like 20 callers and one of them is my mom, one of them will be hers, that's a given, my mom and her. So those two people will ask me, hey, it looks like, when I call them back, the first thing will be like, it looks like today you've been very busy. My mom, my lady. The rest of the people who are non-medics will have other reasons. Hey, leo umekataa kushika simu zangu. Hey, today uko na nani? You know, like such things. And it keeps on recurring. The ones who are my dicks, who are my friends, will ask me, hey, it looks like your shift today is also kind of tricky. Those small reasons. Yeah. Or for example, that's one. Two, medics, non-medics will tend to have, I don't want to call it a fear, I don't call it a complex, but they keep on doubting themselves if you're interacting with your colleague doctors. Okay? So I'm like, hey doc, this is my friend Vivian, she's a nurse. And you know very well you're an accountant somewhere in a bank.
Yeah.
You're already feeling intimidated.
Intimidated,
you know?
yeah.
That's just how it is, it's the truth.
Yeah.
So that's another reason I think it wouldn't work. Then the last thing is I would not be happy to work far away from my person. So you want to be in the same field with your person. You want to be close. You want to close the geographical gap. Okay. Working gap. Every gap you can close, possibly close. Okay. There are chances of you being closer to your partner if you're in the same profession. Yeah. So
you can even work.
Yeah. So I can't be dating a field officer moving around Kenya. Yeah. And in the same hospital. So I think some of the few reasons which could make
very smart answer, by the way.
It would work with a non-medic if it was still my person.
It would.
It would work.
Why?
I think the bare minimum again was, well, with me and my person and I. Before we got into a relationship, there were certain things I didn't know I needed in a partner until I got into this relationship with him. And I'm a sapiosexual. Like, your brain is the first thing I'm attracted to. And
you guys were just arguing with me. And
wait, no, we have different ways of viewing brains.
Yeah,
I'm a sapiosexual. So I kind of feel like the fact that we're from two different career paths really gives us a lot to talk about. Like, I feel that the disadvantage of dating a medic is you guys may also not have time for each other. Like, I was once in a department, I was in maternity, where I do 24-hour shifts. By the time I'm coming home, he's leaving. And you guys lose touch. I don't know how things work. People lose touch. And so I kind of feel like in terms of understanding, everyone is human before their title. I think a banker would understand that I have work. I just think the only problem is if I stay employed, that relationship would not work because I don't determine when I'm working. I don't determine when I leave. And so that financial freedom, once I have that, I think would have been far gone.
So it wouldn't have worked?
It would.
Because you just said, because until you got the financial freedom.
But there are partners out there that are actively working towards financial freedom of their wives or for their wives.
Okay.
And I happen to have a partner who constantly has to remind me like, hey, you know, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I think you could do something else. So I could help you get through this in a different way. So again, it depends on the partner.
Speaking of which, stay tuned. Very soon we're having a doctor here. She'll come. She just quit her job, be a full-time housewife.
Ooh,
congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Why the 6 years of med school?
Exactly. Those are the questions that I'll be asking.
But I've seen a lot of people actually like leave. Like even my partner, he has left clinical practice. Yeah, he has.
Because
he just wants to make bigger impact. Medicine actually becomes so monotonous. Like he said on his status yesterday, aren't you tired of treating flu? Aren't you tired of just if I don't know how things work for you.
Yeah.
Move to casualty.
Yeah, move to casualty. I think that's more of a departmental thing because if you work in outpatient, I mean, what do you expect?
No, but I do kind of think that medicine does drain you physically and mentally, and we don't talk about it much. The thought of going to work, like you reach a cycle where you're like, work again. I'm so tired. It's not supposed to be normal. That's not normal.
That's
you don't need to do something you don't love. I mean, if you loved it, you wouldn't be like dreading.
You know, I was thinking about that, Juicy, and how many patients do we see who just come for a sick? in outpatient?
Every
They're
Monday.
not
Every
medics.
Monday.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you
Queues
know
are
these
long
things annoy
for
us.
sickos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so annoying.
Yeah.
You're annoyed that this person has, okay, you've been seeing flu, sick off, flu, sick off.
Tonsillitis, sick off.
Yeah, they know, even they know that they'll just
Depending
get
on where you're
better.
working.
Yeah,
when
oh,
you're
oh.
outpatient, but they know that they need that
But
sick off.
that guy in Trukana, that's level 5, is seeing other things.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, but he's
Just-
exhausted.
Sick
Is
baby.
he though?
Is he treating?
I don't know. In my experience, I enjoy seeing the sick patients. Like
The very sick
if,
patients.
if,
Passion.
if I'm in casualty, where we used to be, this is the underground community. If I'm in casualty there, I'm having more fun. Well, I'm getting more exhausted, but I'm having more fun just working. I look forward to going back to work than when I'm in outpatient.
I think now this is a part where we say passion.
Yeah.
You're going to be a doctor, passion first.
But I was also telling people, I was advising people about people who are joining medicine, the ones who just clear their form 4. Yeah, like it's not a one-way street. You don't have to do clinical.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do other things. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm thinking of branching into tech and AI.
Yeah, I've already started my journey and
Yeah,
I don't
I'm about
regret
to.
it.
Like as soon as I finish what I'm doing now, I feel like I'll go into
So
data science and all that.
I
do you
see your
feel
vision.
If you leave clinical and go towards what you're talking about, the non-clinical, do you think your love dating life will be better?
Hmm.
More balanced?
I didn't think about it. Me, I was thinking about
No, think about it now.
think about it now.
Yeah.
I think it just depends with the values of who I get. Like I don't.
It depends on the person.
Yes, I'm really open. Si ati nimefunga hiyo chapa kabisa. I'm really open, and until I get that person that I feel like the way Doc was saying, mtu una feel uko satisfied, meet your threshold.
The bare minimum.
That is where
Sasa acha niwaulize. Now mkiangalia maybe your circles and your friends, Doc, you have friends, classmates, colleagues. Have medic non-medic relationship worked for them?
Forget even the medic or non-medic. Are they in relationships?
Yeah.
That's the very first point
there.
we have to
Okay,
start.
Okay, let's see those who are.
How many are they? Like this era is very different,
But
hey?
here we are 4. If you were to take a rough estimate, I think it was 50-50.
Not quite.
Yeah,
Not
same,
quite.
not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Yeah, no.
So most medics are single.
The females especially.
The females, actually, females are more single now, even the non-medics.
Non-medics, yeah.
Females are more single now.
Yeah.
But
Right,
there are
okay.
more.
Okay, let's break this down.
Yeah.
So medics, broad term,
Yeah.
medical
doctor.
students, interns, junior doctors, registrars, consultants. I'm a junior nurses,
Yeah.
specialist nurses,
Matrons.
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 So I've noticed all these cadres, all these levels of life,
They're different.
their factors are different. So for the medical students, maybe being in a relationship might not be the best idea because sometimes time and stuff, maybe not the best. If you're not in one, okay. But in turn, I think if you're not in one, shit.
You need it.
But you're not alone. Just
Yeah,
don't
you
feel
do-
that pressure. You're not
Yeah,
alone.
You don't
yeah.
have to be the
Yeah,
medic.
don't worry
Junior
about it.
doctors, Bado, if you're in one, because why? Because someone to advise you, someone to put some speed limits on you. Don't throw your $500,000, to the wind. Kwanza for wanaume, unajua hiyo maneno.
Mrenje.
So you have someone to
Inaitwa mrenje.
Yeah.
Muhimu.
you have someone to check you kidogo.
Yeah.
Junior doctors. So junior doctors dating, not dating, maybe think about it. Registrars kupanda. Hapo there's no compromise. Hapo registrars, consultants kwenda juu. I think this phase of life, having a partner is a big deal in the sense that if you compare those with partners, those without partners, they're worlds apart. Not only financially, it starts from mental health, personal growth, family. So as you go up the ladder, these things get more serious. Like this girl boy thing, this medic things get more serious when you're in those later stages. Because what's the point, Daktari? You go make your money, yeah? You stash all of it where you want to. You get all your masters or whatever. But at the end of the day, you have no family,
You're
you have no
lonely.
child, you left your girlfriend a long time ago, she's gotten married, so you can easily slide into depression. Then just to add on, okay, I used to work in a medical ward. You've done all of you have worked in medical wards, including Vivian. If you go to male medical wards, and colleagues who are watching can confirm this or go check this. If you go to a male medical ward, you can clearly distinguish men who have wives
And those who don't.
and those who don't.
Yeesh.
The state of guys who don't have wives is pathetic.
It's like a pandemic.
It is
So
bad.
pathetic.
In fact, you don't even need to go to the ward, even in outpatient.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are men who will be brought by their spouses,
Yes.
especially older men. They'll be brought in by their wives
Yes.
because they don't want to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
It is the wives and the
Who will bring
daughters
them.
who actually force them.
Yeah. So as you go up the ladder,
So
these
it's
things
very important.
become more serious.
Mm.
So I think the medic question, it's an important question here. But we have to remember, like, it kind of gets more serious when you go up the ladder.
Mm.
So maybe we might disagree or agree on the medic thing.
Mm.
But bottom line would be that everyone needs to probably have a partner, if it is possible. Okay, I don't know if you guys are Christians, but I am. I am told God said it's not good for man to be alone. Very simple. And then he made you guys
Yeah.
for companionship.
Mm.
And then many years later,
But
we are here debating.
Nowadays, people are saying they made Steve and not Eve.
What?
So it's a that.
2000 years later, we're here debating whether it's good to have a man or not.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think the issue of if I think we agree that it's important to have a partner. But let me just ask, how easy, Vivian, as in your profession, you meet lots of people, yeah?
Yeah.
How easy is it for you to just, get a partner?
It's easy. Wait, no. Rephrase the question.
Rephrase.
How easy is it to get a partner you want with this pool of patients flirting, pool of colleagues flirting, and then you out there in the streets just minding your business?
It's
What do
very
you
easy
mean?
to get a partner.
Yeah.
Very
First
easy.
of all, if I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is my choice. If Lakini, if I feel it's my choice, me, I think
Okay, maybe-
that's just
But
it.
the partner you want, how
Yeah.
now?
To now get the partner I want, it's so hard. It's so
Where a
hard.
partner means, if you can make that clear.
Someone who
Where a partner
understands
means,
you.
in this case, is it a buddy?
Oh, that's
A lifelong partner.
Nowadays we even call them situationships.
Yeah, so where a partner means, like,
this is someone you're in a serious
okay,
romantic relationship with.
okay.
It's very hard.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest.
11.
One being si hata hapa nje nachukua hapa. Naenda.
I can say 7 or 8.
Oh, wow.
So it's not
Yeah.
impossible.
Because the scale, I feel like what I want is sio kila mtu. It's only a limited
True that.
number of.
So are we choosy?
Yes, you have to be choosy because you're choosing the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. You're not.
But
Don't think about yourself only. Think
Doc
about your
said-
kids.
Doc
Think
said
about.
that it can be anyone. You can, and there's usually a joke that goes like, go looking for Mr. Right. Get Mr. Left and drag them to the right. And Doc said that you can, and she also mentioned,
You can nurture.
these are now our mentors. So we look up to them. Like you guys nurture, then he said, we can always make it work with whoever it is.
Yeah.
You who is searching.
I'm not
Or
searching.
being
I'm
searched.
natafutwa.
Oh,
you who
Yes.
is being sought out. Do you think
Natafuta.
you can go for maybe somebody who ticks some of your boxes, maybe 50%, and then 50% utajazilia mbele.
Yeah, kuna zile vitu unaweza you can look the
You
other
can
way.
compromise.
Yes, but kuna vitu zingine huwezi compromise. Because definitely, this is the person you're going to be with. You need to be comfortable with this person. You need to, like everything, your partner determines a lot, even your future.
Wow.
There was another comment.
Wisdom.
Wow.
Wisdom.
Wow, Oshe.
There's no plus on me.
Yeah.
But let me ask, there was this comment, just to shift gears. So this comment that medics will cheat on you, medics will break your heart.
Yes.
What do you guys think?
I think it is hot air.
Yeah, it
I think
depends on
it's
who the person
murky.
is.
I think it's a murky situation.
Yeah.
It's stereotypical.
Cheating is a choice.
It has no
It has no serious backing.
personally.
Wait, you guys, let's not be politically correct and look like we are holier than thou. Just call a spade what it is. Tell the truth. Let's talk about it. The truth will set all of us free.
Hallelujah.
You even see your colleagues at work. How is it? Let's talk about the environment. Let's start there.
Okay.
Thing is,
Yeah.
look, okay, fine. You guys are at work. Maybe your spouse is not there. Of course, the day-to-day interactions are there.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? And then make jokes. That is in all areas.
That is everywhere.
Banks,
that's
so wherever you want. Anywhere.
They are called work husbands, work wives. They are in all these offices out there.
Yeah.
The thing is, like it boils down to what I was saying, that maybe non-medics might think your guy being a medic, it's easy. You might, okay, if you are not a medic, let's say, maybe you might think your guy being a medic has a better chance, like is attracting, left, right, center. Ama your non-medic husband thinks you being a doctor is attracting everyone. I think that's where everything starts. But honestly, I don't think that's a correct statement.
Okay.
There was even a
It's not
comment.
a
If you want to break it down
statement.
to the which level? Junior doctors.
Let me break it down. Let me break it down.
Yeah.
Think of 5 male friends, medics. Let's start with the men, because I think it's more on the masculine end, not much in a bad way, than the feminine end. Think of 5 men you work with right now, okay? Out of all 5, as a woman, Vivian, how many have flirted with you?
All of them.
How many of them are married out of all 5?
About 3.
3. They have wives. They have wives. No, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. How many of them have baby mamas? At least 1 out of 5 has a baby mama who happens to be a work colleague in the same environment, and they're married to someone else.
Yep.
Let's talk about you now with your bros, your niggas at work. Out of 5, how many of them are married?
My 5 friends, how many are married? 2.
Already 2. So what are the other 3 doing?
They're in serious unions, like relationships. They're in courtship. I'd say dating, serious dating. Yeah. But I think 1 is single.
And how's the single one doing?
He's just fine.
He's mingling.
He's very busy with business and in terms of mingling with people.
Yeah.
Not at work. Maybe elsewhere.
Not at work.
Let's talk about you.
What was the question?
Now you are the only guy with 5 women. Let's talk about it. Hold on. You're the only guy in a workplace with 5 female colleagues. Out of 5, how many do you flirt with? And I know you, Festus. Yeah.
Okay. The levels of flirting.
Good
This is classification. This is classification.
There are levels of
Friend.
flirting. Personally, I understand myself. And I know that I can come off a bit at work. Sometimes I can come off as rude, and maybe I want things done for me, because sometimes when the nurses help.
You see?
Sometimes when the nurses help, you have to be nice. And if the females are nice when you're nice to them. So there are levels of flirting where it's an innocent flirt, but you will have maybe one crush that you're trying to actively flirt. This is only when you're single, though.
No.
You see what I
But
mean?
honestly, I feel like there's a lot of how do I put it? Premature conclusion.
Yeah.
Okay. For you to say someone is hitting on you, I don't know how much you need to say, but some things you say as by the way. But then
some things you just say.
but you look good in those scrubs.
Yeah.
Let me buy you
What are
lunch.
you hoping that conversation is going? Where are you hoping it's going?
No,
Nothing.
sometimes a
It's just
compliment.
No.
can just be a
Let
compliment.
me
Just
tell
fuck.
you. Okay, acha tutoke kwa medicine kidogo.
Okay.
Us girls,
Yes.
we are very emotional. We take what you say to heart. Wow, he said I look
Sensitive
good.
AF.
For real.
Yeah.
At work.
At
For-
work.
At work.
In
Yeah,
scrubs,
even at work.
in scrubs.
What?
I'm not even
Those
wearing
things
the
are
dress.
ugly.
So who is on the wrong? Is it the person giving the innocent message,
Or
or
the
is
person
I don't think
who-
it was
that
meant to be.
conversation
No, but
should
you know,
not
we
even
can't,
be.
we can't,
Yeah.
we can't just have that 100%, okay, we're being professional, yeah. But me being complimenting your looks today,
Unajua utani compliment once.
Yeah. And we
Ni
let's
kila
talk
siku.
about that. Oh, you
Every
look good
day,
today.
every time.
Oh
And
my
you're not the
gosh,
only
that
one.
perfume smells great.
or should we add disclaimers?
oh, so we should say you look good, but
But
it is just a
Just
compliment.
a compliment.
You
Even
look
the
good
even
in
the
a
tone of your
professional way.
voices change when you're like, "Hey, you look good today, mama."
Yeah.
But of course,
Just take it like a joke.
but of course, but
Take it like a joke. Compliments.
well, I think
Life moves on.
when it comes to, because I
think
even
we should.
saw
For real.
one of the comments on that post we made on TikTok was that don't date nurses, and this was particularly do not date nurses.
Oh,
Nurses ni mademu wa madaktari.
hey,
Vivian.
true or not? Tell us.
Vivian.
I will say that's a misconception because
Because
I know many nurses married to doctors, so
Yeah.
Nurses are, I think that
that's how it's meant to be.
no. By
many
the,
people think us all us nurses do in the hospital. We are there to please the doctors.
that's what they think.
Yeah, that's what many people think. We are there for the doctors. We are there for the patients. So that's why they assume like.
so it's an
well,
assumption.
It's
Yeah,
an assumption. It's
an-
not true.
it's not true. It's not true.
But there are male nurses. And
Excuse me.
when I was preparing for this, I talked to a female doctor. I asked her, what is your relationship with male nurses? And male nurses, hey, wanapenda my female docs.
Hey,
Oh my God.
hey.
These guys receive
Kuwapenda as in,
princess treatment. Not in terms of, I don't know, come on, it's romantic kuwapenda, but they treat them very well.
as a man should treat a woman.
As a man should treat a woman.
Every woman.
It's the same way male
Very
doctors will treat female nurses.
But
Yeah.
not
No.
female doctors that way.
Yeah.
Male doctors would treat female nurses in a way different from how they'll treat female doctors.
Why?
Well, I don't
That's what I want you guys to tell us.
Yeah, I would tell her.
Yeah.
know.
That's
Treat
like
female
a
doctors
question.
different.
No, I don't.
Yes, even like when you make requests, it's a bit different. You'd rather go to the nurse than deal with your colleague that's a female doctor, for
But why
sure.
would you be sending a doctor in your room?
No, but people are not meant to be sent around. Like you're meant to work as a team. So you could just literally say, hey, you cannulate as I get these IV fluids. But you're like, hey, Doreen, please, mama, just go get the...
Okay. These are examples from Kenyan context.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely from
I
Kenyan.
don't say that.
I'm telling you, in both private and government sector, it's K for constant.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I
don't
don't
know. I
know.
don't
In
think
my
that's a lot.
experience, personally, I
I don't think that.
think so. Well, of
I
course,
haven't seen that.
of course, there is a job description at the workplace. I mean, you are not going to tell a fellow doc, enda nieke nini dawa for your patient. It's the nurse who knows how to reconstitute the drug. Not going to ask a doctor.
And,
So,
and
yeah.
who's paid for?
But if I have a case, for example, that I want to consult, I'll easily go and ask Dr. Wendy, Dr. Wendy, what do you think about this X-ray? I will not go and ask
True, but-
Vivian,
Yeah,
what
that's
do you think
true.
about this? But when I mean, so I don't know.
But you see, humans are social beings. So the interactions are a must. Even if you change your career to just go and work in a security company and you're a lady, the men will talk to you nicely.
yeah.
Or a man, I mean, we're just social beings. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
The mammalian brain is all about survival. Then your mom was like from Kitambo. So anything which promotes survival, your brain rewards you with some good feel good hormones. A man who looks like they're masculine can be a good dad provider. The female brain tells you this guy is good as a partner. So you like the guy. A female who looks like they can carry children, curvy and stuff, the brain tells you this looks like they can procreate for you.
It's subconscious.
So it's the mammalian brain. So we're just social beings. The flirting has to be there. But it's upon you to know.
We are humans.
Yeah, just you know.
But I also get from Doc's perspective. Women are also very competitive. And
oh no, you didn't.
Because Doc, so let me ask you, Doc, have this experience of yours with male colleagues going more to nurses than to you, to female doctors, like did you experience that?
Yes, but it didn't make me feel a certain kind of way. I just noticed, even with body language, there's a way in which male nurses relate with male doctors relate with female nurses compared to female doctors.
That's
good
true.
point. You see, let me just add on to what I've just said about the mammalian brain thing. You see, everything that appeals to you,
I like
get
where this is going.
Yeah. So everything that appeals to the man's brain,
Yeah.
the brain is like tick, follow this path. So a man gets males are meant to be. This is how it is. Masculine, head of the house.
Yeah.
You know. And so if you see any form of submission, unafuatilia hapo.
Exactly.
Okay, your colleagues are likely to give you.
Yeah.
You say X, they say Y. Okay.
So it's submission that you want.
So I'm just saying
it's
that
not
anything that appeals to that,
Yeah.
you continue being a man.
Yeah.
Thing. Anything that says a man
That boosts your ego.
Boost your ego, good. Give you some
Even
good
the
hormones.
male nurse
Unafuatilia
is
hapo.
just being a man.
Yeah.
When they're going towards
Even the male
doctor.
doctor he's just being a man.
Yeah, because I will not find a female nurse here and a male nurse.
Alafu akuja ongea
And
naye.
then niende niambie the male nurse.
Because that attitude, the male nurse to the male doctor, it's a very different
Yeah, it's very
attitude.
different.
It's very different.
Just social issues.
Yeah, it's very different. It is, So anyway, that brings me to an important aspect. Dating upwards and downwards. Let's start with you, Doc. Would you date a nurse?
Upwards in terms of upwards in terms
No.
In terms of hierarchy of occupation.
Because there we say in the hospital set up hierarchy.
Okay.
Yeah.
The heart wants what it wants.
Probably this male doctor is not leaning towards you because of what Doc said. You might be a challenge to his authority as a male. Yeah.
That's exactly the point.
Yeah. But would you...
Is that why we can't date men outside medicine? Because we are...
Yeah, that's the question.
Oh.
Would you date people
comes in.
who...
Yeah. Gives negative feedback to that guy.
I would date an exposed nurse. Yes. I feel like exposure is important. No, like you don't have to because how do I put this? As a man, all you care about is your ego. And the moment someone bruises your ego, you kind of feel like you don't want to be around them in any way. Exposure is understanding that people are human, they're likely to make mistakes. Exposure is understanding that your title is not what determines or how it doesn't determine how we're going or how far we're going to move. And exposure is wanting financial freedom. So I think as long as your mind is there and we have similar values, I don't care. As long as we can grow together, I'm ready to go. For me, that's just me. I don't care about how much you're making. I don't care about.
Is this real or is this just?
No, there are women out there that genuinely are attracted to people for who they are and are not like biased about growing from.
Vivian, would you date someone who maybe is perceived to be lower than you?
A lower class
Perceived.
than me.
Yeah. Perceived.
Perception is a good one. Yeah.
Depends on who the person is first, and it also depends on what that man is bringing.
That's what
To the table.
So they earn less than you. So to speak. They maybe don't have a job as good as you. Say for example.
No, but no, hata tu vile umesema hiyo inamaanisha ni I'll now
Wait.
become the man of the house. So what is the reason for continuing?
So your answer is no, basically.
No.
Your answer is no. Yours is yes.
Wait, I think I was a bit biased. I kind of get where she's coming from. Because, I mean, if you're making X amount and this person is not making much,
It's
you are
making
the...
X over 4.
Oh wow, a quarter. Okay, fine. A quarter of your amount.
125.
A quarter of X.
Yeah. If there's no financial growth there, we won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
We enjoy being led as women. For real.
That's
Like
the thing, like the way you are saying the 3 months. That time when you are inviting the girl out, that is the time even us we assess you. Okay. So what is this man? What can this man do? Okay. So far he's taking me out on dates. He's investing into me. He's investing his time. He's physically there.
yeah, he's physically
Yeah,
there.
he's emotionally
Let's
there
talk
at
about
that
We need
time.
to revisit that word investment. An investment is something that gives you return.
But Honor, you are why are you dating? You are looking for someone to settle with. Okay? And you understand what that woman will bring into your life.
Okay. So a question for the ladies here. So if you watch news, recently there's this man. He's an MCA from is it Kericho or some place in I think North Reef or something. So he's an MCA, member of county assembly. He didn't have any papers, KCC papers.
Oh, the one who did KCC got a D.
Yeah, he got a D+.
And was
And
celebrating.
threw a bash.
He threw a bash.
Threw a
Yeah.
bash for the
Yeah.
whole
I
village.
even me saw that thing.
So you have your MCA with stashed money in the bank.
Yeah.
Is he bringing enough to the table for you to date him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, skia.
Would you
This guy,
as
this
the
guy,
last Vivian,
this
no,
guy,
please.
this
Let's
guy was
give it
able
that.
to make money even
Without those papers. So it's okay.
It's okay.
We need a hustler.
so
That's
Pesambele.
what we need.
So Pesambele.
No, well, not like that, but yes, like
But
that.
in modern society, we live
Yeah.
in modern society, and money is equivalent to whatever
It's
men were doing at
capitalism,
that time.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's equivalent.
Nice.
It's the same.
True that. Makes
You
sense.
know, that aspect of women is very scary for me. It's very scary. The aspect that a woman can date anything as long as it has money. It's very scary.
It's not like that though.
You can have money, but
that bit-
you're not taking care of me also.
So that is able to overrule the medic discussion now. When money comes,
Yeah, money comes.
No,
it doesn't
no.
matter if you're an
There are some, I think there are rich narcissists out there that women would rather not date. Like, I think people with money try to control others. And
Yeah.
once that aspect comes in, you're just like, no, I would rather
And it
exclude
usually
myself from
doesn't
this
even take
situation.
long. Within 2-3 weeks of knowing
kwa
someone.
bodaboda.
Yeah.
the opposite actually.
Sasa hii unalia kwa Range Rover.
Me personally,
Yeah.
I would
Well
no,
done.
no, no.
Premium
I will
tier.
not allow any form of abuse.
Mm,
Personally.
it's a
I
deal
will not allow
breaker.
it. Juu ya nini watoto? I'm going with my
Yeah,
babies.
period.
I'm going with my babies. If it has to be a court issue,
If it's
Well,
money,
No, but maybe this guy doesn't buy your business idea. You give him this idea.
but
Because
see,
he got
come on,
a
and I
deal
invest
it.
in me, and I invest in me. Okay, I have my own thing going on the side. Me, as long as that man is a man. Okay, no disrespect.
Manliness is not their pocket. Like it's more
Yeah,
than
yeah, yeah.
just
As long as that man is a
I
man.
like what
it's
Vivian
called
has said.
masculinity. Yeah, masculinity.
Masculinity.
Yeah,
I like what Vivian
masculation.
has said. She's put it very well. This debate about money. You're saying you're suspicious about, you're skeptical
Yeah.
about women and money.
Yeah.
But she said, in a very clear manner. She said it's about survival. You see, the money is now what equates to what was in the past.
Yeah.
Masculinity.
and
yeah,
all
hunting.
that, yeah, able
So
to
you see,
protect.
so it's not about, you can't blame women for
For
wanting someone
wanting
who,
people with
it's about survival.
Mm.
Continuity of your progeny.
Oh, yes, that's what it is.
So
That's what it is,
It's a
actually.
very good summary.
Are you saying as a man we shouldn't want to be loved for who we are?
No.
I'm saying that as a man,
Because
The man is part of you.
yeah, but yeah, the money is
The
part
man
of
is
you.
part of
Yeah,
you.
the money is part of you.
And even if it goes, there are women who are willing to still stay.
Yes. Those
By the
really-
way, yeah, they exist. They exist actually, because I mean, back in the day, women had to stick to their marriages with or without
I'll take you back, guys, in my experience back to med school.
the one for 3 months. Or...
No.
Okay.
Back in med school.
90 days.
Back in med school, and we were doing, when we got into medicine in Masano, it was
Oh, in Maseno.
yeah,
Okay.
it was the best course you could do in Maseno because there's no law, there's no engineering. So when you're doing medicine, when you creme de la creme. So we used to have this joke about a running joke about one of our classmates, Dr. Abuto, shout out.
Shout out.
So we used to say that because he was a swaggerific guy. There was a way he had a
Swaggerific.
way with bagging the women. So we used to make a joke that what he would do with the guys, he would just go and tell them, find a way of sneaking in that he's a medical student to them, and that would usually bag them.
I went to Alliance.
Yeah, like I went to Alliance thing. So you usually use that to bag them.
Somewhere.
So even out here right now, when you are approaching a non-medic, and by the fact that you just tell them that you're a doctor, you're halfway past that. Ushafika finish line because they're attributing you to having money.
Hey, and there are broke doctors out here. Let me
Hey,
tell you
that's what they
something.
don't.
That's
It's
true.
rough out
That's
here. This
true.
economy,
That's what
yo.
they don't
Which
know.
one my father your kid?
Yeah,
That's what they
hey.
don't know. So
Taxes, no?
it might be hard.
Plus black tax.
it
Oh
might
my
be
God,
hard
it's even worse.
for female doctors and medics to find suitable partners, because of their hierarchy, but it might also be hard for men to find suitable partners because you're like, hey, is this woman just here because she thinks I have money? Or, So dating is hard for medics.
It is.
It's
It
hard.
is.
It
That's why
is.
that's why it needs to be structured.
Dating needs to
You
be
see, it
structured.
just sounds like
need to-
medical school already. Like it has to be
How is
structured.
structured dating?
You don't wait till you're 40 and
Okay.
driving a V8 to look for a woman. Why don't you do it when you're still looking for money?
Tell me
No,
which
this-
doctor
this-
owns a V8 that before 40. I'll wait. Tell me how many
Yeah.
wealthy doctors you
Before
have
you become a
you have met
consultant.
before
Actually, maybe.
even as a consultant they're still pushing.
Maybe your question is like from medical
From
work?
medicine.
From medicine. Maybe that's your question,
We
right?
talked about this.
Yes, but how many doctors below 40 drive V8s?
With many
Like
money
money from medicine or
Yes,
Yeah.
with
From
money
medic-
made from medicine.
But we had to tell.
0.2%.
Very few.
Other
Very
sources
few.
in
Yeah.
Well-
Mark X's.
Those ones.
Watu wako na
Marus.
market.
Mark X's actually.
Yeah.
Mark X's are everywhere. Anyway, the thing you've mentioned about waiting till 40 brings me now to this discussion about now. You guys have dated for 10 years. You guys have dated for 5 years. Why is there no ring on the finger? This one is not a marriage one.
Yeah, but it's commitment.
Okay. Okay, this will take a very different trajectory, but what are the basics? Okay, these are the basics. What is marriage? Simpler commitment. When do you make the commitment? You can make it anytime. So as long as there's a commitment, you see the ring is for telling people. But then we need to read on the history of how this ring business. It was not there kitambo.
Oh guys, I hate to do this. Technically, mambo ya technology. So apparently kumekuwa na tashwish kwenye this episode. I hope so far. I hope we enjoy up to there. Yeah, we're about to get into marriage and all that about madaktari na ndoa na all that. Oh, we were already into it. I was asking my guests mbona hawaja put a ring on it. Yeah, so imekatika hapo. I do not want to speak for them, but I think we will have to do it maybe again. But I hope so far you've enjoyed. For the medics, let me know your experience with dating, and medics, let me know your experience with dating medics. Uko kwenye comments, we shall surely engage. Your technical imeharibu some very powerful messages at the end from Vivian and Eugene, and as well as from Leez, the co-host. But I hope so far umefurahia. Usikasirike. Apologies, big time. We'll make it up to you with another brilliant show on these social things. Daktari ya quick one, adios. Like, comment, share kama kawaida.